Hey, it's Aaron. Today I'm with a 2022 Nissan Titan XD. So the XD is the heavy-duty half-ton, slightly larger, bigger front end, bigger nose, bigger vehicle overall. This is not quite a half-ton, not quite a three-quarter ton. It's somewhere in the middle of that. So all the capabilities fit right there. 5.6 liter V8, it's the only engine option for this particular truck, and beautiful setup. This is one of the better looking trucks in my opinion on the market. I really like the look of it. We'll go over that when we do our walk around. We'll look at the design. Also, this is an extremely capable truck, and it carries the best warranty in its class. So this is the only full-size pickup truck you can buy that has a 5-year warranty. So really underappreciated truck in my opinion. So let's have a look at it.
Hey, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today's review is brought to you by Stop Soldier Suicide. Find the link below, click, and donate. Appreciate it.
So looking at it from the side here, this is what I was talking about with the design. I really like the look of this truck. It has a very business-like profile. What I mean by that is they're not trying to round it off a whole bunch back here or make it look sporty or anything like that. It is a working truck. That's how they did the profile, the bed, you know, the cab and everything. Simple lines make for good looks right here. So you can see the hood is way up here, comes down, and then there's right where the crease on the hood is. The shelf changes, so the angle changes slightly. That creates two different light shelves here and accentuates this front fender. Then you have this big badge telling you what it is underneath the hood, the V8 Endurance there. And then you can see just going across, simple line here, no real belt line. They're using the trim to do that, and a pronounced curve right here. So all of that just creates a very, I don't know, it's a strong look without putting a whole lot of effort into it, you know what I mean? And then back here, same thing. So it starts right around here, there's a line right here, right, it goes all the way around and over the taillight back there, creating this back fender. And it's, again, just using simplicity to make it happen. I like these little details around the door handles. I like the shape of the roof and the overall shape of the truck. It's just a really nicely done and simple design language for this, and just looks really good. You have a few extras on this particular model. This is the Platinum Reserve, so it is the pinnacle for this particular truck. So you have the running board down here, you have these exclusive wheels to this package, and a few other things. This is also the 4x4, but it is not the Off-Road Pro 4X. That's a different package from the Platinum here. So really kind of cool. We'll look at the working end a little bit. This is going to be kind of a quick review, a quick walkthrough. I've had this truck a couple of times. You've probably seen it on the channel before. So this will just kind of be an overview. We'll look at the back end, the working end. We'll talk a little bit about what it's capable of doing, and then we'll talk about the interior, because in the Platinum the interior is awesome. So back here on the back end of the truck, we add this as part of the Platinum package. You can see something similar to this on a couple of the other packages for the Titan, but I really like it. It really kind of changes the look a lot on the back side here. So that crease that comes around right here to make the fender fades right before it gets to the end here, which is kind of a neat little touch. Instead of just running the line, they faded it. Then you have basically a flat tailgate, of course, and the Titan XD logo right there. Underneath this is Titan stamped in, because that's standard on all the tailgates. And then you have, this is letting you know it's the Platinum Reserve, and the 4x4. You have your tow kit down here. The towing on this is really good. This is actually what this truck was made for. It really was made for towing. Couple of different things. So you have your tow hitch down here, you have your plugs right here. I'll show you the numbers right here because I don't remember them off the top of my head right now. I'm having a hard time. Yeah, a lot of distractions. It's really hard to film now. Everywhere I go, there's just people randomly showing up and things going on, and airplanes today, and I don't know. Anyway, so anyway, towing right there, and then you see those? I don't know if you can. It's hard to see probably from that angle, but this is also set up to receive gooseneck. So you have your tie downs and your ball spot for the gooseneck up there. So this is really made for that sort of thing. It's aiming towards a market of buyer who doesn't want to spend the fuel economy and cost for a 3/4 ton truck, but still needs the capability of pulling that big horse trailer or you know, hauling that hay or whatever in a heavy but not extremely heavy, you know, where you need a big truck. There's another airplane. So I try to avoid the Cheyenne airport, but it's impossible because it's literally the smack center of town, and there's really nowhere else for me to go unless I have time to drive way out in the boondocks, and I don't have time. Anyway, and then you can see this is a full-size bed. It is a full-size bed, so it is a real full-size bed. You're looking at roughly 6.5 feet of usable bed space. That's a rough number. I'm not going to give you exact inches because I just don't know them off the top of my head. But it is not a short bed like you would find in a lot of other, you know, the short boxes you'll see in a lot of other trucks. This also has the Titan boxes here. Cool fact, in between those Titan boxes, 4 feet. You have room on these lips, from these lips to that lip, you have room to put sheet goods in here. Really cool. This has the kick down step over here, right? Those are kind of neat. I really like those. They're useful. And then these Titan boxes, they're not huge, but they have enough space. You could throw your groceries in there. You can, you know, they have drain in them, so you could fill them with ice, put some drinks in it, whatever you got to do. And then you have these little storage side boxes here, which are useful for some of your tools. So if you have tools like you know, your extra tow hitch, or you know, your tow pin, or some chains, or something you got to throw in, there's just about enough room in there that you could put, you know, a good sized tow rope or tow chain in there, or maybe some, you know, like your extra hitch gear or whatever, that would just about fit in those boxes there. So nicely done here. And then of course these, I forgot to point these out, these cool rails. This right here, if I can remember how it deploys, because I've never actually used it. This is a handle that pops up that I don't remember how to do it. See if I can, there we go. So you pull it back, and so this is a handle you can grab onto to climb in. I haven't actually used that. I've just been grabbing the side and getting it in. And then the sliding tie-down rails, which are extremely useful. I love those things. I've seen them in several trucks, and they're exceedingly useful to have. These Nissan ones easily move around and tighten, and you can put them in all the spots you want. Tighten. Anyway, so let's go look at the inside, and we'll talk about price tag a little bit, and yeah. All right, just really quick, here's me showing you the back seat. You get an idea of how big it is. My hair does rub a little bit on this. My hair's getting bigger. I'm growing it out. This panoramic sunroof is really what's causing this impediment in my to my head. But at 6'3", I'm still fitting in this just fine. And drink holders. If you pull down the middle, there's another set of drink holders. So you got like 2, 4, 6, 8 drink holders back here. You also, because of the Platinum package, you have a couple of USBs, you have heated out boards, and so on and so forth, of course storage pockets, stuff like that. So really like the back. Let's look at the front. Up front here is really where the action is. This is where I wanted to focus. Really nice layout, and everything in here says pickup truck. There's nothing in here that is too fine or too you know, refined or small or anything like that. Almost all the controls in here I can which has been a big complaint in the past. I've complained that a lot of these controls you literally just couldn't use in previous iterations with gloves or cold hands because they're small, like luxury vehicle buttons. That's changed a little bit. Primarily the buttons that I care about, which would be the radio controls of volume and tuning, the start button, the four-wheel drive controls, and the lighting. So those have changed since in the last revamp, which gave this a much more usable trucky feel. So bigger knobs, you can see the bigger, there's a larger lighting control over here, bigger stereo knobs. This stuff over here in the middle is pretty much straight out of the Infiniti QX80, Nissan Armada, vehicles like that, which is great because those are big SUVs or burly vehicles. They're not little tiny, crossovers and stuff. So perfect fit there. Four-wheel drive control. It's a big twist knob right here. Nice and easy and clear what you're doing when you turn it. And the trailer braking control down here is integrated in the center of the dash here, not where you're going to be smacking into it or having to reach to try to find it. It's right where you can see it right there. That is nice touch. Also want to point out that Nissan is one of the few companies that when you put on the seat heating or seat cooling in this vehicle as well, when you turn those on, they stay on. It's a physical knob. So every time you start the vehicle, that's on until you change it. So that is one of the things that is missing in some other vehicles. They tend to forget those things, and you have to turn them on every time. It's annoying. Most everything in here is easy to find, easy to use. You got your cargo lamp for back there. You can turn on and off the 120 outlet that's back there with this. You have your dimmers and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of useful things in here. The headlights have their own switch that you can change, slightly change their angle. Mostly what you're doing is changing the brightness factors. That's a good thing to have in a big vehicle like this, because sometimes you want the lights to be shining and covering everything, but sometimes when you're on the highway or something, you don't want to be blinding everybody. You turn them down a little. One thing this is missing is the rear view does not have a camera view, which I've seen in a couple of trucks now, and it's actually really useful, especially when they mount the camera in such a way that you can usually see over a load. But that's not like a deal breaker in a truck like this because the cab isn't huge. It's not an SUV. You don't have the tunnel vision going back. The side mirrors are phenomenally good. The split side mirrors are really good and very adjustable, which is nice. So overall, great interior. Plenty of plugs. There's USB-C and USB-A plugs. There's a 12-volt plug. There's a nice center storage that's configurable. You have your drink holders up here. There's 2 here and 2 in the door, so you have 6 more up front here. And this comes out, so if you just need a big storage bin, you can pull this out and toss it somewhere, glove box or in here or wherever, shove it in the garage where you forget where you put it, that kind of stuff. There's also a really premium and well done phone holder. I'll just pull it out and show it to you. So your phone just sits in here and these clip it into place. This obviously is removable, so if you need more center bin than anything else, you have plenty of options for that. Just kind of nicely done, well laid out. I know I'm talking kind of fast, but I feel like I have to hurry before some kind of noise comes. Because it's just been my thing. This is the second time I've done this section of this review because right in the middle of it, some low-flying airplane just trashed it and I had to start over. Anyway, that's kind of the interior. Let's wrap this up. Alright, so 2022 Nissan Titan XD. I was going to talk about pricing, totally forgot, and I just in that cut there went over to check and I forgot to bring the Monroney with me. So I'll put the Monroney on the screen and you can see what the price is. This, just bear in mind that this is the most expensive version of this truck. and it goes down from here. So this is the top shelf version of the Titan XD. Beautifully done. I really like this truck. And if you check my channel, you will see 2 or 3, maybe 5 even reviews of this very truck in different formats. So yeah, worth checking out. I think this is a very underrated pickup truck. It's it really doesn't get the attention it should get. So there you go. This has been Aaron, 2022 Titan XD. Talk to you again soon.
Subscribe.